What a crazy turn of events. So as we all know, the seemingly GOAT Yuji Naka, creator of Sonic the Hedgehog, and really heavily influencing the dark age of Sonic, as well as the adventure games. Yuji Naka was the man for Sonic. That was our guy to look to, until he subsequently left after Sonic 06, or in the middle of Sonic 06, I should say. This is how cool Yuji Naka was.
Producer of the Sonic team, Mr. Naka!
He came out swinging to show his brand new game Sonic Adventure, and he was ready to go. Had the great Sonic Adventure Crush 40 music going, all the crazy stage effects, and Yuji Naka's out and ready to talk about this brand new upcoming game. It was times like this where people solidified Yuji Naka as a GOAT. He was the man for Sonic, he was the creator of Sonic, and he helped Sonic go into 3D properly, in my opinion obviously. I don't think he had a rough transition to 3D. Sonic Adventure was perfectly fine. And then we got the GOAT Sonic Adventure 2. That game also had Izuku on board, of course, being the director of the game, but still Yuji Naka was heavily involved. Then things started to get a little muddy, I'd say, with Sonic Heroes. Lore-wise, things got a little eh. And then Yuji Naka wanted to make a spin-off game with Shadow the Hedgehog because of fan emails, and they took the emails literally, or fan mail in general. And then things really got interesting around Sonic 06, and that's when development went terrible for Sonic 06 because Yuji Naka left, and so did a bunch of other programmers and developers. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of Yuji Naka, at least in the 3D era. But from what I do know, is there are stories of Yuji Naka kind of being a menace behind the scenes, such as stealing from other developers, trading inside secrets, not being great to work with. These are all stories that I've heard over the years about Yuji Naka. And I won't lie, I used to be one of those people like, dang, we need Yuji Naka back. He has the secret to save Sonic. We need Yuji Naka. I used to be one of those people because I would always be so sad during the 2010s about these Sonic games that we have and just not having that soul and passion back that Yuji Naka was putting into Sonic back in the dark era. So, when Balan Wonderworld was coming out, I was pretty excited to try out his game because I wanted to see Yuji Naka back at the top, even if it wasn't for Sonic. I still wanted something to make me feel Sonic again, if that makes sense, or that original Sonic feeling that I used to get when I was younger from his newer games, or even Nights into Dreams, but I didn't really get that either. But yeah, Balan Wonderworld turned out pretty terrible, and also it seemed like he was making a case for his development team kind of turning on him and Square Enix overall just not being good to him. But based off of previous instances, it wouldn't be out of the question that he just was also still being a menace once again to his friends and developers over at Square Enix this time around. And that's probably why they didn't like him or trying to get rid of him, because they actually ended up getting rid of him off of the development team. Yuji Naka was not there to see his finished product of Balan Wonderworld, so he started a case against Square Enix. But now it recently has come out that Yuji Naka has been arrested because he was trading inside trade secrets about Dragon Quest. I guess the new upcoming Dragon Quest 12 that could be coming out. He might have had some information about it just because he worked at Square Enix, and that's a big no-no. He could have just been leaking stuff out of revenge, I guess, because he didn't like how Square, quote-unquote, treated him, and he wanted to just do whatever and be reckless. And it seems like that actually ended up getting him arrested from trading industry secrets. It's really sad to just see how far, Yuji Naka has fallen, what he's come from. The greatness of Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic Adventure 2, and maybe Heroes to some people. And then, going down Sonic 06, and while also making all of these games leaving a trail of, bad management and just bad overall relations with a lot of developers and people in this industry. And you know, sometimes I would be like, I don't know if that stuff is true about Yuji Naka that I've heard, but maybe it is. You wouldn't think that a 57-year-old seasoned director of many games over the industry would just be throwing out trade secrets like that to get himself in trouble that easily. But I don't know. I hope Yuji Naka pulls himself together. I think he's done with games after this. If he gets out somehow, which he probably will, I don't imagine. I mean, I don't know how Japan laws work, but I can't imagine you'll be held for something like this that long, or even, you know, permanently. Maybe, I have no idea. But all I do know is that he got to be done with games after this. I think it's time to really pack it up. Balan was an unfortunate mistake, I'd say. That game could have been really good if they took their time with it, and Yuji Naka, I guess, wasn't butting heads with other developers and, you know, getting himself kicked out of his own development team. And Square giving him his one final chance to make a game and he blows it. I think the perfect reality would be Yuji Naka changes his behavior and he still would be at Sonic Team today. I don't think the 2010s probably would have happened under him. Because yeah, he was still in charge of some great games, mostly. But maybe if he was just a bit nicer of a person and, you know, didn't butt heads with people so much, maybe, like I said, still be at Sonic Team. And great games probably could have happened that we never got because of his visions. Maybe, I don't know. Because it seems like Yuji Naka was losing his way anyways. But yeah, that's pretty sad that Yuji Naka has been arrested. What do you guys think in the comments below? Because it's kind of crazy to me how this story has turned out. And I think it's just pretty sad. But I hope Yuji Naka finds his way in life and figures out what to do and the right decisions to make. Because he ain't making them right now. I'm going to tell you that right now. But anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed. And like always, I'll see you in the next one.
Well, whatever happens, happens.